Hello folks. So in this video I wanted to talk about interactive learning. So this is about learning in a gamified manner where you interact with things and sometimes even play a game to learn something. So this also includes things like visualizations, and of course since it says interactive, it can also just be an in-person teaching session where you just talk and interact and learn and nothing digital. So we are going to be looking at the digital versions of interactive learning. So here, the first thing that I wanted to show was this thing called Eximius Lab. So Eximius is a website that has been dedicated to actually blogging about server-side stuff. So this is run by this person called Ivan Velichko. So you basically learn about backend development, containers, Kubernetes. It's all around like say Linux, networking, containers, and all of that. So you can see a lot of their content. They have a newsletter, they have a lot of blogs, and you can actually see the different categories. They have even observability stuff, and of course containers, networking, Kubernetes, and all, and also Linux. So this is the what do you say, text version of it. So you have in text version you have like say series and articles and also a newsletter. Apart from this, okay, there's also this thing called projects, which talks about the projects that he has made. I mean, these are just some of them. So the thing that he wanted to do was make it more interactive, like not just teach using text. So that's where he created this thing called Eximius Labs. So if you actually come one minute, if you just I'm already logged in, so wait a minute, labs.eximius. You'll actually see this as the website. So learn the skills you need for the job in the most hands-on way possible. And it's all interactive courses, tutorials, and there's like a price to it, though they have a free tier. So you can actually see this. Previously, they had some lifetime premium plans. I got one. Now it's like there is no lifetime premium, so you just have to get this one of these. Either you just want the content, okay, great, you have to pay for the content, or if you just want the playground, which is basically Linux machine that they give you. So basically, you have compute, you have network, you have storage. Storage, there is some amount of storage that they give you, and you can work with it, and that is the playground. So they have tutorials around it. So tutorials around say Linux networking, containers, Kubernetes, uh, observability, right? So you can actually see this and many more things. For example, say even GenAI. Okay, they don't have any tutorial yet for that. A lot around Kubernetes and containers, and also Linux. You'll see that, right? Containers is basically a concept in operating systems. In Linux, it is Linux containers. The concept is also coming up in other operating systems like Windows and all, or even Mac. For now, it's just what do you say? Linux containers where they're implemented using control groups in Linux and also namespaces and also chroot, which is change root. So if you just use like click on Linux, you will mostly notice stuff around containers also apart from just Linux. So you can actually see controlling process resources with Linux control groups and whatnot. Right, and the content is mostly made by Ivan, the person who created the website, but now he's also helping other people. So anyone can actually create content here. So you can actually see other people creating content. So people are creating content around eBPF and more things, right? Say unikernels and whatnot. So that is that. So I am very much into Linux, so I just got this. So there are tutorials, and then there's this thing called courses. So you can actually understand what these are like, and so they have courses separately, the official collection, and then independent authors and all that. So and then there's community, nothing else as of now. Official, you'll find all by Ivan. I think there'll be more people coming, like joining the official list of courses, tutorials, and all. And so basically, these are like carefully crafted to help you master DevOps or server side stuff, right? It includes hands-on exercises and concludes with practical assignments and all. You can all of which can be completed in the attached remote playground. So you can complete it along with your playground. So this one is deep dive, and where theory blends with hands-on examples. You can try out commands from each tutorial in the attached remote playground, either from the browser or via SSH access from your local. So you can actually access the playground, the Linux machine, from your local terminal also. No need to use a browser and all. The terminal is more lightweight. And apart from that, they also have this thing called Silk, like skill paths. So, curated list of practical challenges. So, challenges is basically focused hands-on problems designed to help you hone your server-side skills. So, you have a challenge, you need to solve the challenge, and then you basically say that you completed it. Like, there is a way to actually understand if it's completed or not. Basically, the platform checks if you completed the challenge. So, the platform provides hints and feedback, and it automatically checks the solutions and all. And learning path is basically two things. One is skill paths and roadmaps. So you can actually see it's a list of practical challenges put together with a bit of theory. So it can be a bit confusing that there are so many things: tutorials, courses, challenges, and all. And then now there's also roadmaps. So learning paths that guide you step by step through practical challenges combined with focused theory and vibrant diagrams for effective hands-on learning, right? So I highly recommend, like, just checking this out if you want to learn Linux or especially containers and Kubernetes. And yeah, they have playgrounds, different kinds of playgrounds, and even plain playgrounds, like for example a vanilla Ubuntu server, or something as simple as like you want a Kubernetes cluster or Docker, right? So this is Flexbox, and Podman, which is similar to Docker, a container runtime, right? So you have many official playgrounds, and then there are some independent authors creating playgrounds, right? OpenSearch is basically Elasticsearch, just open sourced as OpenSearch now. It's been forked. So etcd, key value store, and whatnot, and community stuff also. So this is by independent authors, uh, proudly hosted by XMS, but this is just community. Anyone can put it here, but this one I think only if Ivan checks, and like basically Ximia's Labs checks and then puts it here, right? So you can check these out, and then basically you can notice that you can create content here. For creating, you need to have a membership, and trainers can also use it. You can actually get seats, get playgrounds for your students, and then run workshops, webinars, university programs. Like professors can run this, and then self-paced courses and internal onboarding and all. So yeah, and what else? Yeah, you can check about them over here. So this is this. So you have playgrounds, tutorials, challenges, courses, skill paths, and roadmaps, right? And you can actually check out everything about this. So here I've actually logged in already. So if you want, like, I can show you that. So this is a instructor dashboard for trainers. So you create a new training and whatnot. Um, and then you have creators. So this is for like creators. You just click start creating. Um, so you tell your username, and then there's a profile, and then finally you actually create stuff. For example, if you want to create a tutorial, you would go to tutorials and then say something like community. 1 minute. Mm, I think you can only create courses first. So let me go to courses. 1 minute. Courses. Oh, interesting. Thought you could create stuff. 1 minute. I think it's different now. It's been changed a bit, the UI. So this is the status and all that. Okay. I think I might have to go to this and then start creating, and then trainers. So start creating, provide the username, Karupaya, maybe Ivan, Anyways, Karupa 7890 Natarajan. My GitHub is this. So my LinkedIn is this. My X account is this. So and my blog is this. Cool. So this awesome. So now I can create a new tutorial or a new challenge, right? Or courses, skill paths, roadmaps, anything I can create. And there are drafts published, and you can even search and all. So you can view your public profiles. So, yep. Um, so this you can view it as a external user, I think. Can I put this? No. Slash a and then that. So that is that. And now, 1 minute. So I have the plan already. So I have the premium. I have the lifetime premium access. So yep. Um, cool. So you can actually check out more once you actually log in, because after logging in, I think there are more things here. Because if you don't log in, I think labs or premium pricing. Oh, it's the same thing. Cool. Okay. What was this? Oh, cookies. Okay. Cool. So this is one of the stuff that I wanted to show. And before I go to other stuff, like I'll just show you an like playground example playground. For example, with Kubuntu. So you see, they provide you with an ID. So this is basically Visual Studio Code, so VS Code. So this is your ID, and you have the terminal. So you can actually see that. So this ID is being run by this thing called code server, code hyphen server, right? So that's what is running this. So you can actually see code server on GitHub. Basically, this is your thing. So it's called Coder, and they provide you with a VS Code environment in browser. This is similar to GitHub providing GitHub.dev. If you notice GitHub.dev, right? This is your web editor, and yep. So this is your GitHub.dev, and like you can do stuff here. Lightweight editing experience that runs entirely in your browser. You can navigate files and source code repositories and whatnot. So yeah. Uh, so you just do press dot and you'll notice it go to that. So this is read only actually. So yeah, you notice that when you click dot, it just goes to this. And so code server also does the same thing. So yeah, this is basically a code server thing only, and you can run stuff here. For example, if I want to install Golang apt update, so you can use sudo here, and then just be like search Golang. Um, that's a lot of stuff actually. Golang GitHub. Lot of stuff. Okay, right. I think I'm just gonna install this Golang. There's a lot of stuff starting in Golang, but hmm. So Go Bluetooth, Gojai, Golang, yes. I think this should be enough. So I'll just do. I think for search you don't even need a sudo. Yeah, but for install, yes, you need it. I think so. If it will say this permission denied, and yep. So this will install quite some stuff, but you should have the Golang compiler after this. So this is a proper playground that you can run things, and interact with the terminal, the ID, and do stuff. So you can just create more terminals also over here, right? And you can actually manage your tabs if you want any ID and whatnot. So if you remove this, this will be gone. So you can actually just click this again and just click on this and do it. If you close it, it's okay. You can just go here and run it again, right? So now you have the Go compiler, um, right? So this is Go 122.2, and yep, like you can run stuff on this now. And oh, interesting, they have a bug report thing now. Interesting. Here, cool. So let me try that. Bug report. What did you see? Okay. So please file an issue in the this template. Okay. So if you just go to this, I think this is the GitHub. Um, yeah. If you just do golang.org, it will go to like go.dev. Golang issue new should go to Golang GitHub thing instead of go.dev or anything. So yeah, cool. So now let me leave this. And so as you can see, it's a playground, and you can play and stuff, and you can just go back to your dashboard, and a playground is running, so you can actually see what are the running playgrounds over here. You can actually stop them. You can get the link to them and go to them directly. Oops, 1 minute. Um, if you click them, I think it goes to it. So you can right click and get the link. Um, and then you can also stop it, by the way. So, and recent popular stuff should show up here. And I have a persistent playground. Basically, once you make changes to the playground, you can actually persist it if you have a premium. It will be stored behind the scenes, some 100 GB or something. So you have 100 GB. Anything more will be deleted. So yeah, and that's it. So I can actually preserve the state, share the terminal, by the way. So you can actually see this is 8 hours. So after 8 hours, it will be destroyed. So yeah, expose ports and then share the web terminal, get the link, right? Once you get the link, you can actually copy it, and someone can just open it up like this. I think you'll have to sign in as a user. So let's say I open it up using my other GitHub, right? Okay, I'll have to sign in. I'll do this later maybe. GitHub. Yeah, I need to sign in. I think I'm not signed in recently. I remember signing in. Anyways, cool. So you can actually share a URL. You can delete it off and all that. So yep, and yeah, so it's pretty cool. I'm just gonna destroy it for now. The next thing is we have uh, Antons. So Antons is basically short for Anton Zianov, and he actually creates interactive content. So, for example, he has created interactive books. For example, Gist of Go, basically concurrency in Golang, and then SQL window, like SQL window functions, curl by example, and then grep by example, and then git by example. Right. So, if you actually look at this Gist of Go, if you open it up, you'll notice that you can buy it or you can read it online, right? And it talks about the audience and the approach, content, and the author is this. So he is the author, and this is a book that he has written, and you can buy it on Gumroad, and you can actually even start learning online itself. You don't have to buy it, right? I have to check what's the difference between buying and just reading it online. I think buying might give you something. So wait, let me check what that was. So you can read the chapters using the links in the table of contents before. Purchase the book for full access to the interactive exercises plus a PDF version. Looks like there's a full access that you get once you buy. You can read it online, so you can actually see that his content is interactive. So basically, you can run the code that he shows, right? So, for example, if you see here, you can actually run this. It says Go is awesome, Go is awesome. So yeah, um, so you can actually so failed using fallback. So it's running and it's done. So the thing that is being used behind the scenes is called Code API, which is what is the next thing that I wanted to show. Code API is basically providing interactive code examples where you have a code. If you click on this, it will lose its highlight, but you can actually just run it. For example, this is Python, and you just say "Hello World" will just show up here down, right? And you can close it off also, and you can edit it and do stuff. World Karupaya, and yep. And then you can actually see there are other languages also like TypeScript, and you have SQL also. So you create a table and then you add like insert values and then you get the data, right? And then there is Bash. So and then there is C programming language. So you have this, right? And you have many more. For example, they have support for many programming languages and then some emerging languages, mainstream and then emerging ones. Like Zig. V is similar to Go. Zig is also popular. And then he has playgrounds or interactive learning for databases, network tools, and more. Right. So tools like LaTeX, Mermaid, and all, and RipGrep. RipGrep is actually a tool. So Git is also a tool, and Caddy is a server. Curl tool again. Fetch API, HTTP, network tools, ClickHouse database, and whatnot. So you can actually see DuckDB in ClickHouse over here. So they have a lot of code examples that you can just run, and yeah, you can see the results. You can also go full screen apparently, so that's pretty cool. So instead of done, they say quack. Um, and oh, that was actually ClickHouse, and I think they were doing some functions and whatnot, quantile, average, and all that. And you have Git also here, so you can actually see Git, set the username, initialize this, and then so git config list, and you see this, right? Um, Git log just says failed. Okay. Let me just say log -1 failed. Okay. Um, just a minute. Git version. Okay, so that's the version. These are the configurations and all that. So yeah. You can actually see that he has a tutorial on his website for Git by example, and you can learn over here. You can run Git in it, and then you can actually do commits and all that, right? So for example, you add this, when you add, you get OK, and when you do git diff, you get this, um, and then when you commit, you get this, and then you made a change, you get high, like E is the difference, awesome, and then edit the message, um, rename the file, you find the difference is just the rename from this to this, then git commit, and then you see the diff has removed, right? So you basically see that um, when you say git status, you'll actually see that you're on main branch, untracked files are these and whatnot. The staging of email is not tracked. Okay, so yeah, I mean, and then you can actually do git log over here. You can also actually just say git log -1. I think it'll show only one log then. So yeah, and then you can do git log one line, git log graph, one line and graph. Great. So these are like interactive learning that you can do. So what they say is, you can actually embed interactive code examples into your product docs, online courses, and blogs. So the idea is put it in your blog, your documentation, your online courses, and make your teaching more interactive, right? So yeah, so embed executable code snippets directly into your product documentation, online course, or blog post. And so you can see here: document, teach, engage, increase product adoption, allow developers to interact with your software in tutorials and how to's, make education more effective, add interactive exercises to your courses, engage readers, embed live code examples in your articles and blog posts. So it's live basically. So, and you can actually see that there are some difference, like what are the differences, and like how code API is like different from other stuff. So yeah, you can see this, and yeah, I mean, they have it for newer languages also, and some mainstream languages. You can see, I think there's even Java. Is there Scala? No. Kotlin? No. But yeah, you can just ask, and I think they'll add it up, right? Bring your own environment is not limited to boring run command. You can lint, test, and benchmark code or run custom commands. So goes beyond a fixed set of programming languages and tools. Build your own playgrounds with custom packages and software and use them for fun and profit. So it's just a Docker file over here in this case. So use templates and multi-file playgrounds to focus on the important parts of the code and hide the rest behind the scenes. So visualize data and model code dependencies to give readers a rich Jupyter notebook-like experience. So Jupyter, if you know, it's basically to help you run code examples. So Jupyter Notebook. So this is the one. Jupyter Notebook. So here you can see that this is a notebook interface where you actually provide content, text content, and also interactive code blocks. Um, so you can actually see this in Google. So Google has this hosted version of Google Colab. So if you open this up, you will notice that this is a you'll notice that this is actually a Jupyter notebook. Just a moment. You can cancel this off. Give me a minute.